She inspired me, pissed me off, made me laugh. I miss her.
She loved flying.
She was one amazing woman. Every time I turn around, I learn about something new that she did or was involved with or stood for. She was an amazing stand-up lady.
Paoli was always a woman of very strong conviction.
She was a very good teacher.
Hers was a generous spirit.
Paoli worked. She was the hardest worker.
And she loved kids.
I loved Paoli's practicality.
Paoli had a very unique and quirky vision of humanity.
My sister, Sally Wilson Lacey, was born on April 5th, 1954, in Charlottesville, Virginia. She was named for my dad's mother.
Growing up, she was so interesting and so interested and so enthusiastic and so devoted and protective of her two younger sisters.
According to lore and legend, Paoli was coming home on the train,
And she heard the conductor say, "Next stop, Paoli, Pennsylvania." And she said she heard that and she said, if he was calling my name, I'd be happy. And that's when she changed it from Sally to Paoli. The first time I met Paoli, we were rehearsing in a park with everybody's family circus. And I'd heard that we had this new clown coming. She was straight out of clown college. And sure enough, walking across the big green lawn, here she is in a red fright wig, huge shoes, and this outfit that they made for her at clown college, full white face. And here she was, everything ringling. So I did not like her. We did not get along.
Paoli always had a work ethic. That had a big impact on everybody's family circus, which before her had more of a play ethic. She had very high standards and really pushed us all toward meeting them.
Paoli came to San Francisco with a lot of skills around theater. She worked really hard on her juggling and then acrobatics.
Paoli just all of a sudden turned into an acrobat. She just decided she wanted to fly.
One year when Paoli was rehearsing for Make a Circus, she fell off the trapeze. It was a bad fall. She broke both her hands.
It was devastating, and she was in a cast for a while.
She couldn't perform any longer as a physical performer. No more juggling, no more acrobatics, no more clowning. But she was reborn as a director.
She just still had an amazing idealistic sense that the Bay Area needed a brand new kind of theater company.
I would say physical comedy was something that she was really dedicated to, and she knew how to direct it, and she knew how to create it.
Paoli had a really good knack for tilting things on its side and looking at it from a different perspective.
And she was a great director. As a matter of fact, I think that the two things that she did best were the clown therapy, where she would work with a therapist and do amazing things with groups of people who needed her a lot. And then after she went to school, as the director of students.
Intense. She was intense, and she was serious, and no cute clowning. No cute clowning. You were funny women clowns, but not cute. And transitions were important. And if I invited her to a show, she would show up. She was there every time.
Paoli's last 10 years were difficult.
Being diagnosed with bipolar illness and then later with cancer. And she'd say, I'm going to bounce back. Just watch. I'm bouncing back.
Paoli was never a kvetch. Everything in her life she focused back into her art.
Tragedy can be the best comedy, and I think she demonstrated that in her show, Angry Gods, and Lost Marbles.
Unlike most clowns, really the only thing that redeems pain is being able to put it forth, 49% tragedy, and find the 51% comedy and having people laugh at it. So I wanted to do something theatrically with it. That's what I've done my whole life, is make theater.
She knew how to be a friend, and even more than a friend, she really had. Paoli really lived with an extended sense of family, and I think probably if you look around right now, you will count many, many, many people who considered themselves one way or another part of Paoli's extended family. And she made a great turkey soup.
Paoli cooked her turkey the way it had been cooked, I'm sure, in her family since there weren't turkeys, they were pterodactyls.
She always put a washcloth over the turkey, and then at the end of the meal would take the washcloth and throw it into the makings of her soup. And so if you were lucky enough to be in the kitchen like her friend Dee Dee was one day and was stirring around and pulled up a spoon with the washcloth on the end of it. And so schmata soup is what Paoli's soup came to be called.
And that was good soup.
I'm so grateful that she was here at my house for the last years of her life. That was so important for me.
It was important that she go out exactly as she wanted to, and I feel like she did. Surrounded by friends and at home, surrounded by people that loved her.
As an artist, I miss Paoli's eye on everything I did. She was one of the few people in the world who I trusted to tell me what she really saw.
Whenever I go for a walk at Candlestick Park, which is right near my house, I always talk to her.
I just have a sense every day that she's still walking beside me, and it's a source of strength. And when I think that I need more resilience, I always know that she's right there.
Paoli gave me her slap shoes, her clown shoes, and I'll be wearing them at a gig tomorrow, walking in her shoes.
Paoli, what's she doing in clown heaven? Well, she's scratching Lulu's ears. I think we'll start there. She may be walking on a beach, swimming in the bay, laughing, being with the people she loved, smiling at all of us.
It's been a swell party, guys, and I hope you have as much fun for the rest of your lives as we're all having tonight. So have fun.